Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your Astroflower reading going from the 17th to the 23rd of July. I did do a reading called The Game Changer, and it seems to be affecting a lot of people's readings. It appears that in the beginning of the week there's a bit of frustrating energy, and this frustrating energy will give way. It's like a barrier that will break and allow this energy to come through in the latter stages of the week. So it's a good look at ourselves, I think, in the moment of frustration. Always is. So let's have a look and see what's going on with you. Overall energy, you get the Hierophant. I think you're going to probably be able to deal with this frustrating energy better than most other signs, to be honest. It's very windy today, so for you air signs, it's probably really good if you're in the UK. Hierophant is a learned person, almost like a teacher as well. And this is the sort of energy that I'm getting off here. This is also, they understand how to arrive at a certain level of contentment, joy and happiness through, spiritual or energetic sort of practices. And that's the overall energy that's flowing through you at the moment. It's probably a position that you've been taking for some time, and I've seen it in your readings over the past 6 months, I would say 6 to 7 months, where you've really taken a position, and it's a very clear indication of who you are. And I think this is almost like it's routine for you now. That's the sort of thing. With with your karmic message on your relationship side, you get the Empress card. This is similar sort of thing. This is a control over your emotions within your relationships, and then anything is possible. When you have control over your emotions, then you have power. Then your emotions have power. Let's just say it's like the cry wolf scenario. So we all know the story of the young shepherd who kept crying wolf, and the villagers kept coming up and sort of saying, "Where's the wolf?" And there wasn't a wolf because he was lonely, the shepherd. And then when there was a wolf, he was crying wolf, and everyone kind of went, "Yeah, right." And that's what the Empress has that control over. It certainly is the end of any frustration you will find with this scenario, with people around you that are emotionally unhinged. I don't want to say unhinged, but you know what I mean. Just highly emotionally charged, and it's like walking on eggshells. I think you're finished with this. The universe is giving you everything you need in order to take this position here with the people that are around you. You have enough energy, you have enough force, you have enough resources, you have enough sort of intelligence. Whatever it is, you have enough of it, and the universe is sort of bringing that forward to you to really be in a position where you are the stable person in the scenario. A Knight of Cups here, and this is what I'm saying about the power that it will bring you when you offer your cup up to someone. And I think this is a case here. You could be offering someone for love, asking someone to go out and stuff like that. It gives weight to the scenario and gives weight to your commitment to the person. And this is what's been coming through you as a person over the last sort of 6 months. And people are starting to get their head around this. Really are starting to get their head around the idea that, Aquarius means what they mean. And they're doing what they're doing because they're creating. And I think this is creating a really good scenario for you in regards to seeing clearly the relationships that you love, that you respect, and everything like that. And I think that's what you get back out of those relationships. So in the past, this is positioning of how you've allowed yourself to offer this up to other people. And this is what you're offering, is the Two of Cups, is a unification. It seems like there's, if love is on your agenda, if you want to find someone at the moment, I would offer it out there to someone who you utterly respect, that you get along obviously well with. I wouldn't just offer it to someone because they look good, if I was you, or they're rich. or something like that. Do you know what I mean? It's really, yeah, it's the coming together not only of you and another person, but for a lot of other people as well. It's going to be a coming together for you and yourself. I'm feeling yes, I'm at one with myself, and that is an incredible power, because that's what it creates, that power. When you have a control over your emotions, and when you declare your love, you really do declare it. And there's no doubt, there's no questions. It's serious in a really, really nice way. So I think within your relationship side here, your future self is sort of bringing you towards this harmonious moment. And I think that's what comes through at the end of the week, a real bliss moment for you and everything that is around you. And you've been building up to it, because you've been building up your cup. And you've built to this moment, and maybe you're offering marriage to someone, or someone is offering marriage to you. That could well be the case as well. But whatever it is, it's very powerful. It's a whole new you. This is what I'm talking about, the game changer energy. If you haven't seen the Game Changer Collective, it'll be on our channel. Go and have a look at it. Amazing, Aquarius. Absolutely amazing. On your relationship side, this, you couldn't, I don't think I could really ask for a better scenario for you. This is the ultimate scenario for you if you're looking for love, or if you're looking to explore your love further, or if you're looking to express and connect with people, friends, family, community in an absolutely amazing way. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to see, Aquarius. It really is beautiful to see. And as I say, I've seen this coming up in you in the last sort of 6 months. And yeah, if you've been watching these for the last 6 months, if you've been following it and stepping into the right place at the right time, it's really going to play off dividends for you. On your material side, yeah, you get the 4 cups. I think you've been unjustly served by the universe, if I'm honest. You know what I mean? The universe may correct me, and it probably will do, because the universe is like that. But there may be sort of gripes you have with society, with the system, as it were, that you're not being given a fair crack at the whip in the past. And yes, that may well have been true, but you still have that desire to get on and get forth. And with that desire to get on and get forth, that is in front of you. So on your karmic message is to literally leave the past where it is. Don't worry about it. You know, don't even sort of use it as a reference. Certainly not at the moment. You might be able to use it in, say, like 6 months' time, when you're completely detached from the situation. But whatever you've been going through over the last sort of 2 or 3 weeks, I would be completely detached from it and just head towards the future. Yeah, I think you've learned a lot about your shadow self. I think the universe is reminding you of this. I think they're also reminding you of the shadow self of the human collective as well, of the system, of the way people are. And this brings into that whole idea of you shining your light, of being you, of knowing what the situation is, of knowing where you want to be going, of connecting to your inner dreams and your inner ambitions. That's what the universe is sort of kind of saying to you. I think they're sort of saying to you, remember the 5th of November. But that's a British thing about sort of Guy Fawkes. Anyway, enough of that. It's sort of saying, you know, remember where you've been through, what you've had to go through to be who you are. And I think with this sort of this understanding and knowledge, it's going to help you enormously to sort of position yourself for the future. And it's letting go of the disappointments, of the shortcomings of the system, and using it in a different way, so it actually provides for you their shortcomings rather than sort of hinders you. I think that's what the universe is trying to say to you. Playing smart, because when this energy comes through, and this is this frustrating bit at the beginning of the energies, Yeah, you've been called to something. There's no doubt about it. Within your past, I've seen it, as I say, over the last sort of 6 months and so forth. You've been called to where you should be going on, the mission that you should be on. And I think you've gone on to it fully now. I really do. I think you're into a position where you know what you want out of life, in the material life, in regards to sort of your job, your business, your projects, all of those sort of sense. I think it's pretty clear to you now, and it's been pretty clear for some time. And it doesn't necessarily mean I want that job there. I think it means more to a degree kind of going, I want to be like this, or I want to have this sort of scenario around me. And now it's calling to you and saying to you, you've got this, now it's the time to head towards it. And it's not necessarily going to be easy. The devil is in the detail. Everybody's had the devil. Everybody's had the devil. And it is, you know, the devil is a changing face sort of character, as it were. You know, one day the devil thinks that, the next day the devil thinks this. So this is where the devil is in the detail. When you get the detail down, you can avoid any sort of I want to say sort of slipping, sliding, sort of like gliding, you know, sort of trying to, people maneuvering out of a situation, or business trying to maneuver out of a situation. You know, just being sort of like, you know, not being honest, really, I think, more than anything else, with themselves, but, you know, obviously with the outside world. And if you get the devil in the detail, if you get the detail down, they won't be able to do that. And I think this is a case of this, is where it's bringing you to being so absolutely clear with who you are and what you do, that I think it's going to make you inevitably incredibly stronger. If you keep in mind that that Ace of Cups, where you should be going, basically. That's what, that's how I feel it should be. And that's where you should be going. Happiness. Yeah, I think here is a case of not being caught in a scenario, or not being caught in a world around you that you're constantly having to fight. You know, some things, this is a bit like, you know, playing smart and being intelligent about it all. Sometimes it's better to lose a situation because you can concentrate on a bigger situation that's happening. And so sometimes it's you win a lot more in losing. And this is what I'm saying here, is that the devil is in the detail. Make sure it's clear with you about the direction that you're taking. And you should be heading towards happiness, because that's where you're going, whether you like it or not. Aquarius, whether you like it or not. I think you're going to get some good results. Yeah, I think you're going to have to deal with maybe people or scenarios that are around you that are not really, you know, playing fair. But yeah, I think you're stronger than that. I really do. I think you're stronger than that. And I think you're going to get what you want, because you're keeping it clear to you what is beneficial to you. Let's just say a bit of clarification. Thank you very much for being with us, Aquarius. Do appreciate your support, sharing, liking, subscribing, everything like that. There's also links in the description below that you can buy me a cup of coffee, or even book up a healing session or a reading session with me. It's just one way of showing your support for the channel. So in the meantime, let's get on with the clarification. Let's see what's going on with that Hierophant. It's a learning curve, and I think, as I said, is a learned person. The Hierophant is a learned person, and what you're teaching people is to be the best example of themselves. I think that's what the overall energy is helping you to do, and the way in which the Hierophant does that is not sort of do as I say, do as I do. And I think this is really true to you. Because do as I say involves a lot of emotions to convince people to do things, and this is not your game. That's not your style. That's not your jam, as it were. You know, you want something else that's much more sort of open and giving, basically. So let's just see what's going on with the High Priestess. You see what's happening there. Yeah, you got the Ten of Pentacles. Again, it's just reflecting. The universe here is sort of saying, if you have this control over your emotions, you have everything. You have power. You have absolute power over everything, because it gives your emotions real strength and value. It just wanted to come out, didn't it? Have you seen I've been shuffling with it as well? Amazing. Aquarius, so, you know, you get the Ten of Pentacles, you get the, with the Knight of Cups, it is about when you've got everything, you're everything to give as well as receive, you know, and I think this is really strong within you at the moment. Really, really strong within you. So what are you giving to out? What has come through you in order to give what you should be giving? Yeah. Let's just have a look, see what's going on with that Knight of, there's too many cards want to come out of that. So, Knight of Cups. I think you're giving success in a relationship. That's what you're doing, because you're offering that. You're offering out something that I think people will appreciate, people will value, people will respect, and it's going to make you a prize catch. You've made yourself a prize catch, and now you know you've got the choice of, you've got first choice, as it were. You know, it's really a really good position if you have a control over your emotions. The Two of Swords. Is it a difficult choice? I'm not sure. I also equate this to the Justice card, like the Justice is blind, like the Lady of Justice, she has the scales in one hand and the sword in the other. I think here is through, I think you've made the choice, the difficult choice to be you and to be honest and to be true. And being honest and being true to who you are sometimes is unsettling to other people. You know, it's, yeah, because in this day and age we live, you know, one day it's one thing, next day it's another. It's to find someone with consistency is a difficult choice to make. It's not pandering to the outside world, and it's all part of this evolutionary, logical evolution that I'm talking about. And it's happening. It's happening all over the place, and it's coming through in waves. And it seems like you're a spearhead for this. With the world, this whole new cycle, this whole new set of resources and etc., you get Two of Wands. Sorry about that. The wind was just majorly picking up there. It's swirling around. It comes from one side, then comes from the other. Let's just try and see if we can not just calm that wind down. Just take it easy, my friends. And there we go. Here we go. It's going to pick up again. It's calmed down, but it's going to pick up again. So planning this new cycle, really. Planning with all the resources you've got. The world has everything. The world gives us everything. Everything comes from the world, and everything will go back to this world. Your body comes from this world. Your telephone comes from this world. It was once part of a mine, and it was dust collected in a mine to make your telephone. So we're all part of this one world, and anything physical within this one world stays within this world. And that means you have a huge amounts of resources with you. And planning your future, or planning your connection, or your relationships in the future, is going to be, yeah, really really important. I think it's going to give you this sort of sensation of planning for your future, maybe with someone else, with one other person, or just with yourself, or with your, with your family and your friends and your community that is around you. Whatever it is, it's gonna, you're gonna have space in order to orchestrate the world that you wish to be in. With the, I've got a mosquito that's really hungry, that's trying to get me. With the Four of Cups, you get the Two of Cups. I think this is where this cup here, we got the Two of Cups up here as well. Okay, so we got now two of Cups, and I think you're gradually falling into life, falling into love with life. With this here, the universe, or yourself, or your spirit, or your higher self, is offering up this cup to get you over the past and get you looking forward. And as you do look forward, I think the universe or your higher self or whatever it is, the other side of the deal, is saying, if you go ahead and do it, you know, universe will match you step for step. It's got your back. Okay, let's just see what this learned thing is about the Hierophant, because it's very similar to the Hermit, sorry, the Hierophant. Let's see what's going on with the Hermit. The Hermit and the Hierophant are very, very similar cards. And this is a very similar card. Look, she's got looking at that one light in front of her. She's concentrating one thing at a time. And I think this is what the universe has taught you, to not get too diverse into different areas in your life, because it dilutes the concentrated power of what you can manifest it going forward. So concentration on the here and now, one thing at a time, is really important. What's brought you to this point of judgment? The Star card. This is so beautiful. Look, it's all about that light there. It's all about calling to your higher self. It's all about the sun here. You've started on this journey, and as I said, I think you know that already. You've responded to that calling in your life, and you are heading towards the ultimate aspirations or ambitions or dreams in your life. What's with this devil in the detail? The Fool. Is it a sort of leap of faith? The Fool is also the beginning of a journey. I think this is more than anything else, it's knowing what you know, but not necessarily letting the rest of the world know what you know. So someone may come at you with something kind of going, oh, well, legally you're not supposed to, or another company sort of comes to you and sort of says, well, look, if you do this and you buy into this, you will get this. And you already know that that's not true. And you're just kind of letting them sort of like waste their, the saliva and dry their mouth. And it's, and then you're waiting for that moment, and you kind of go, and it's you got to be a bit light-hearted about it. And this is what I'm getting here, is if you get emotionally attached to the devil in the detail, you will become the devil of the detail. And I don't think that's a good idea, because you're supposed to be heading towards the sun. So in a way, I would be, when dealing with the erroneous outside world, sometimes human matrix that is completely back-ended, you might have to be a little bit sort of like very, very light-hearted about it. The Sun, Lovers, Two of Cups. Do I really need to say? Falling in love with yourself. This is what I'm saying. Falling in love with what you're doing. Falling in love with the dream and the ambition that you are going towards. It is a really strong, powerful week for you, Aquarius. Enormously powerful. There is certain ways in which you position yourself. Very simple ways at that. And once you position yourself, boom, you're really going to take off. You're really going to take off. You're going to get a lot of benefits out of life. In both sides, your relationship side and your material side, both sides, you're becoming that teacher that everyone, from time to time needs to listen to. So, there you go, Aquarius. Thank you very much for being here with us. Thank you very much for your support for this channel. Really do appreciate it. There is that game changer reading that is on our channel as well. So I do appreciate that and all the support you give this channel. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.